Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm back for another Slim Sports interview. And as always, I'm your host, Jay Slim. And joining me today is one of the guys that helped me start doing these interviews, one of the original Slim Sports interviews, the high flying, highlight dunking, pro baller, ShanQuan the Tank Hemphill. What's going on, man?
What's good, bro? I'm glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
Absolutely, man. Excited to have you back on. Last time I had you on was back in like 2021 or 2022, something like
Yeah.
that. You're going into your second year at Drake, your final year of college ball. So I've missed out on quite a lot to talk to you about on the show, which we're going to get into
hmm
here. The first of which, starting your pro career, 2 years into the professional level, first season in Luxembourg for Heffingen, and then this past season playing in Sweden for Nazjo. I mean, you put up some great numbers with both those teams, got to have that experience making money doing what you love. Talk to me real quick about your professional career so far. What has that experience been like for you?
Oh, it's been great. That first year, I fortunately got hurt out there in Heffingen, but before that, it was great. Just getting the experience. I've never been out the country. It's different living overseas, way different. It's I salute anybody, all my friends, and that's playing overseas. I salute them because it's not easy being away for 9 or 10 months. But out there in Heffingen was great, and then I got a chance to go to Croatia that same year. After Heffingen. And then I spent this last year in Sweden where I did a full 9 months out there, which I got to see how it is really living overseas and playing overseas, being away from home for so long and try to adapt to a new way of living, new food, new languages. So I'm just overall blessed to be able to, travel the country and see everything that other than the United States.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's obviously a great experience being able to have all of those new moments that you're not used to. I'm sure, obviously people speaking different languages. I'm sure the food
hmm
is a lot different than America,
Oh
obviously.
yeah.
So, and obviously
Oh
being
yeah.
able to go from dunking on people in college to dunking on people in the pros. I did see
Oh
your
yeah.
dunks against Tremel Murphy in the pros, which we'll get into here in a little bit. But
hmm
obviously there's a huge difference compared to that college level. You were in the college level for 6 years, 2 years in JUCO at
Oof,
FSW, two at Green Bay, and then two at Drake. I'm probably making you feel old right now, but now,
man, 6 years, 6 years, long time.
yeah,
I was
man.
milking it. I was milking it. I did all the years.
Oh yeah, between that redshirt and COVID year, got those 2 extra
Yeah.
years where you got to play at Drake. And we'll touch on those Drake years here in a second. But I want to ask you, what would you say was the biggest differences that you noticed between that college level and going to the pros?
Um, I feel like the biggest thing that I took away from it is that you got to do your job in the pros. You're selected to go play for that team for a specific reason, and you have to do your job. And taking care of your body, it's a big thing because in college you have all the resources. You have a trainer. You have certain days where you with your weight trainer, and he's working on certain things for you. You have the Normatec, you got the game ready boots, you got ice baths, you got heat pads you can put on. But overseas, not every team get that. Not every team get that. You don't get ice baths every single time. You don't you Some teams you don't even get your ankle tape. So taking care of your body when you can. I'm talking about getting in the weight room on off days, doing extra on the court to make sure your body right because essentially your body is your moneymaker over there. So if you can't play, then you won't get paid. So that was the biggest thing I think, taking care of my body. That's why I put in more effort in taking care of my body once I went overseas.
Yeah, and you mentioned, the college being able to, have those ice baths, the heating pads, the trainers, the people helping you with your weight in the weight room, all that stuff with your
hmm
diet. And obviously, you had a great experience those last 2 years at Drake, who became a powerhouse in the Missouri Valley Conference over the past few years. made it to two NCAA tournaments in the past 3 years. You were a part of that first one where they ended up going off and beating Wichita State. Then you guys played USC with the Mobley brothers and some
Yeah.
really talented players. And I saw you putting up buckets against them, you, the Murphy Twins
Mm.
DJ, doing your thing. Talk me real quick about that experience at Drake, because what a lot of people don't fully know, and they might know if they watched the first interview, because I believe we touched on it then, you got to reunite with DJ Wilkins, the Murphy Twins, and Coach Richter, who were all with you at the junior college level. So what were those 2 years like for you with the Bulldogs?
Oh, it was great. Once they let go of my head coach at Green Bay, I entered the transfer portal. I think as soon as I announced I was entering the transfer portal, I think because me, DJ, we all in the same area, me, DJ, twins, we got the same friends on Facebook. So I think I posted on Facebook. Everybody commented, I already know where he's going. I already know where he's going. He's going to Drake because that's where everybody was at. I think I think that day I was walking outside, I was coming in the house, and I got a call. When I entered the transfer report, I got a call from one of the coaches. I think it was Marty. And the recruitment start right there. Like as soon as you enter the transfer portal, the recruitment start. So he was chopping it up with me, and I was still trying to weigh my options and stuff, but I knew that I was going to Drake. But it was great just to being able to play with region guys. Like everybody, all of us grew up together, played against each other, bitty basketball, AAU, high school. It was great being able to connect with them on the court, all on one team at the D1 level in the Missouri Valley Conference. And it's good because I was going into that being my last year, so I want to go somewhere where I play a lot and I'm comfortable and I'll win. And I thought that was the best option for me, but also them knowing me already as a basketball player on the court. I already knew our stuff off the court. Our rapport off the court was good, but on the court they know me, so they know how I play. I know how they play, so I already knew going in we was gonna mesh good. So that was the best decision out of all of the other teams that I talked to in recruitment um, before going to Drake.
Yeah, and obviously you had those great 2 years there, and you've gotten to see a lot of different level of competition just at the college level. Going from JUCO, then to Green Bay, and then to Drake. Kind of taking a step up in that level of competition. JUCO obviously is no joke, as you know, but
Right, right,
Green
right.
Bay going against Division One in the Horizon League, then taking that next step
Mm-hmm.
up, going to the Missouri Valley Conference, which is even harder. And obviously the NCAA tournament speaks for itself, going against USC and Wichita State. What a lot of people don't understand also is overseas, obviously not in the same aspect, but there are different leagues, different levels of competition, kind of like, you got the G League and then the NBA. So
Mm-hmm.
you obviously spent that first season in Luxembourg, ended up in Croatia, and then this past season in Sweden. Talk to me real quick about the difference in level of competition, between those three different leagues, that you were going against every single night.
Yeah, so overseas it's kind of this it's similar. You have different levels. So you got like teams like in Spain, like the ACB, you have teams in Germany, the top teams in Germany. So it's levels to it. So in Luxembourg, I would say that it wasn't as huge as the top levels. So it was I was just learning that too, like because this was my first time going overseas, so I ain't know how it go like that. So I recently found out when I got another agent. He told me about how it go. He really gave me the game. So in Luxembourg, it wasn't that much. You probably had two Americans on each team, and you guys guarding each other the whole game. And I was playing 40 minutes out there. 40 minutes. I haven't got a break the whole time I was in Luxembourg. Like every game, you have to play 40 minutes. But yeah, and I averaged like 20 and 10 over there. But then I really got to moving up. So I went to Croatia and played for a short stint where some situations don't work out. So I didn't really like Croatia like that when I went out there. But the Sweden, it was a great level, great competition. I'm talking about the Swedish players were good. Imports were great. So I got the average 12 and like 5 out there, but I played against great competition, which looks good on a resume because the Swedish league SBL is a respected league, so it looks good for you to move on, try to move up. So it's definitely difference in levels. I can say you can say like JUCO, like you said, JUCO, mid major, high major, low major. It's like basically the same thing over there with the levels of gameplay as far as basketball.
Yeah, and I took a look on Eurobasket.com. Shout out to them. Uh, they had your stats on there from this past season in Sweden. You averaged about 11.2 points per game, 5 rebounds, shot 63% from the field. You've always been very efficient at the basket. You had some great
Yeah.
games, 14 points, 11 rebounds against Umea, 19 points against Boras, and then 17 points against Jopland, if I said that correct. Some of
Yeah.
these foreign
I
names, man.
still, I still, I got them down back a little bit, like Neho, Yamlin. It's like the J's are the Y's, you know.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. But yeah, but you were
Yeah.
still putting up numbers. And like you said, that first year in Luxembourg, you were averaging like 20 and 10. And one of the great experiences for you, you went against someone that was a former teammate in Tremel Murphy, who was with you your 2 years at FSW, where he was an NJCAA All-American. The two of you were some of the top players in the country being scouted.
Mm.
And then obviously both of you ended up at Drake for those 2 years where you were the one getting the awards. You got newcomer of the year that first year. Don't think I forgot about that. I
Oh
remember
yeah.
being hyped up for
Yeah.
that. But talk to me real quick. What was that experience like? Because I'm sure you guys were talking trash to each other, having a lot of fun going against each other on the court in Luxembourg overseas.
Oh yeah, you know, you already know. I mean, we was in the same country. He was about like 20 minutes away from us. We already had that game xed out on the schedule where we was going against each other. But so we was trash talking leading up to that. We already know. I already know we was going because our team wasn't that good. I already know we was going to lose. But you know, I still got to do my thing. You know, so we was talking leading all the way up to that, and then we got on the court. It just enhanced when every time I got a bucket on him. I think I still got the clip of my phone. I sent it to him here and there. I got a bucket on him. You know, he trash talking throughout the game, but we went back and forth. And I don't know who scored. I think I scored more than him that game. I think I scored more than him. Like, I'm not sure, but yeah, you already know it's going to be competitive. But overall, it was a blessing. Just a bit. I played against them in the high school level. Played with them middle school. Played against them high school, played with them in college, and then played against them in as pros. So not too many people can say that they did that with their best friend, and uh, it's something I can look back on when I get older and tell my kids, and we can tell each other's kids, and tell them that we played against each other. We had a great time doing it throughout our whole entire career.
Yeah, and the two of you, we talked about him earlier, Coach Marty Richter, who recruited you to Drake and obviously was your head coach for you and Tremel Murphy at FSW at
Mhm.
the JUCO level. You've gotten to see his career grow as well. He,
Yeah.
obviously, like I mentioned, was your head coach at the junior college level. Before that, he was an assistant at D1, then went to be the lead assistant at Drake. Helped them to those March Madness tournaments where you were a part of that first one, like I said before. And now
Mhm.
he's finally a head coach again, but this time at the Division 1 level, finally making it to where he wanted to be. And now he's the head coach for USC Upstate. And funny part is, another one of your former teammates, Anthony Murphy, is one of his assistants.
Mhm.
So it's a real
Yeah.
cool experience for them. One of his first recruits was out of FSW too, Carmani Gregory. Shout out to him. Great
Yeah.
kid, great point guard. But how cool is that for you to be able to see Coach Richter finally get a head coaching job at the Division 1 level?
Oh, great. I've been rooting for Marty for the longest. Great coach. It's like because when we went to JUCO, the Suncrest wasn't even Suncoast wasn't even built yet. So we like how he sold us on FSW with us being the first program. We didn't even have a gym. We was practiced at Cypress and Canterbury. Didn't have a gym. He sold us on that. Um, but since I walked on campus that first day, the love that he showed me, him and his family, Miss Bryn, um, it was great. He been family ever since. He talked to my little brother. He talked to my mom all the time. Him and his wife. So I've been rooting for him since I met him, really. So he taught me a lot, and I was so happy when he got that job at USC Upstate. I was so happy. I called him and talked to him, congratulated him. I got to go out there and visit. He told me to come out there and visit. I'm trying to put that together, but I was just overall happy. He's a great coach, great role model, and I think that he's gonna take USC Upstate to different heights in the Big South.
Oh yeah, everywhere he's gone, he's been able to help get teams to the
It's
national
winning.
tournament. That's been one of his biggest things. I know FGCU, where he used to be an assistant, that he was part of
Uh,
Dunk City. I know they were trying to get him on the phone to come be the head coach a while back.
yeah.
Why they didn't end up doing that, I don't know. So the Eagles messed up on that. But
Mhm.
definitely happy for him, happy for Tone. And I know for
Yeah.
you, obviously you're still planning on playing pro for a while, hopefully. But is there any chance that we could ever see Coach Tank in the ranks? Is that ever a possibility?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the good thing about playing basketball because you know so many people. So Coach Murph just went to Western Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
He went. So you got so many. I still talk to my coach in Green Bay. Talk to Marty. Then Coach DeVries is at West Virginia. So it's basically networking. But I have close relationships with them. So I feel like once I get done playing basketball, when I hang up the jersey, I'll always have a job somewhere. Hopefully, um, but yeah, I think I'll be a coach. I'll try it out at least, see how it is. But back with Tone, I ain't mean to go back, but I'm happy for Tone also that he's on the staff. Because he's loved basketball. He's a basketball head, and he is so happy. I've been talking to him throughout the whole process of him. I even helped him pack when I was out there in Iowa. He was packing up this house, moving everything to the car, cleaning up. He just been excited to go out there and coach, and he's going to be a huge help to USC Upstate. But yeah, you should see me. You should see me on the court one day in a not in uniform, but in a suit and tie or a quarter zip sideline. One day.
One day, but that's down the road. Your pro career is
Yeah,
still going on, which is crazy because we talked about your first year going against Tramel Murphy. He's since retired. The body couldn't take it anymore. Tone was going to go pro. He retired, now going into coaching. DJ Wilkins, I believe he retired as well. I don't think he's going pro.
yeah.
So out of, those four FSW guys, you're the one still balling, still on the court. How much longer do you plan on, still going? How's the body taking it? And what's next for ShanQuan Hemphill in the professional ranks?
Oh, I'm gonna go till I can't go no more. I mean, I feel like I love basketball, so until my body can't take it, then I'm gonna just keep going. As far as what's next, I'm waiting on the contract. That takes time. So, I think last year I didn't sign to Sweden until like around like August 15th, and then I left like a week later. So it takes time. I got trust in my agent. We got a great rapport. We got a great relationship. Been talking to him every other day. So I'll be getting a contract here soon. I'll post on Instagram, and I'll be going somewhere in Europe, hopefully. And yeah, that'll be it. Man. But I'm gonna keep going playing basketball till I can't no more. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Until my body can't take it anymore.
Absolutely, man. I've been supporting you this long. I'm still
Yeah,
going to
for
support you
sure.
no matter where you go, man. I mean, I'm going to
Yes,
be looking at the highlights, looking at the dunks that you're still able to
yeah,
do.
yeah.
It's absolutely incredible the career that you've had already and how you're still going. Obviously, you have all the accomplishments. So, congrats to you, man, on such a great career so far, and best of luck throughout the rest of it. And thank you so much for taking time. I know it's been a long time, but to finally
Yeah,
get you back on for a Slim Sports interview. And we're going to have you on yearly. We're going to have you on yearly
yeah,
now. I'm locking you in for 24,
for
25
sure.
playlist.
For sure, for sure. Thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate you, man, so much, man.